Hello and welcome to today's Introduction to Handshake webinar hosted by Career Services. My name is Rebecca Davis and I'm the Career Services Manager at Global Campus. We are excited you could join us and learn more about our new platform, Handshake. Before we begin, I do have a few housekeeping items that I would like to go over. This webinar is being recorded. For all those who registered for today's session, the recording will be emailed to you within 7 days. At the end of the presentation, Nicole, Lavonda, and myself will take time to answer as many questions as we can. At the bottom of the screen is a Q&A button. You can submit questions with your name or anonymously to be answered live. We will do our best to get to as many questions as we can tonight. However, if your question is not answered by the end of the presentation, you can email it to careerservices@uagc.edu. You can also post questions in the chat, and members of the University of Arizona Global Campus Career Services team will be available to help answer questions during the presentation. If you have any technical difficulties, we recommend logging out of Zoom and logging back in. So without further ado, let's begin. We are super excited you joined us today to learn about UAGC's newest career management platform. In January, we made the switch, but today is the official launch of this platform. We look forward to sharing with all of you about Handshake, how to access it, and how you can make the most of it. Again, my name is Rebecca Davis, and I'm the Career Services Manager at Global Campus, and also want to give my fellow presenters an opportunity to introduce themselves.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nicole Methvin, and I am one of the career advisors with UAGC Career Services. I serve students in both the Forbes School of Business and Technology, in addition to the College of Arts and Sciences. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to my colleague, Lavonda.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lavonda Taylor. I work as an employer outreach specialist here at the University of Arizona Global Campus. And my focus is on employer relations and finding quality employers to partner with and bring opportunities to all the UAGC students and alum.
All right, so our agenda for this afternoon or this evening is, first, we're going to say why you should utilize Handshake. Next, we'll talk about how to get started with Handshake. And then we're going to take some time to also demo the platform as well, so you can see what it looks like and some features we really want to highlight. Handshake is free for all enrolled UAGC students and alumni. Handshake is the university's newest career management platform. We are excited to dive into all the benefits of Handshake and teach you how to use this great tool for your career management needs. We decided to make the switch to Handshake because it is the #1 career management platform for university students in the marketplace. Handshake has the most opportunities for students and new college grads of any platform out there. Handshake will give you personalized job recommendations based on the information you provide in your profile, so you can find jobs and internships that are right for you. Recruiters are 5 times more likely to proactively reach out to you with job opportunities and event invitations if your profile is complete. So in a few minutes, we'll show you how to build your profile. In addition to thousands of job postings tailored to you, you can research employers, register for virtual events, and explore career building resources. We encourage you to make a habit of continually using this platform to discover and land jobs and internships, get discovered by employers, get connected with your peers, and access career building resources and virtual events.
Currently, we have over 1,500 employers connected to us on Handshake. Employer outreach works diligently to provide top quality employers to our students, which includes some companies on the Fortune 500 list. So by joining Handshake and setting up your unique profile, you will have the opportunity to learn more about many organizations that we have relationships with in order to advance your career and enhance your education journey. These are some of the companies we are actively working with and who are looking to hire UAGC students and alum. We add new employers, jobs, events, and internships every single day. This is continuous, and I can encourage you all to check Handshake daily for new employer connections. And in addition to learning about the employers we have partnerships with, you will have the ability to apply for jobs, internships, fellowships with these employers via the Handshake platform. Employers are continuously searching for top-ranked talent, and Handshake provides a platform for both students, alumni, and employers to connect efficiently to fulfill the needs of both the employer and the job seeker. So please keep in mind that these relationships are continuous. I want to encourage you all to regularly participate on Handshake as new employers, events, and opportunities are posted daily. We currently have over 3,000 jobs approved on the Handshake platform.
The really cool thing about Handshake is that it's not just a one-way street. You know, it's so important for you to fill out that profile to the best of your ability so that you're going to be matched up and find events and opportunities and employers that you can follow in addition to job opportunities that are in alignment with what you're looking to do with your career and what you're looking to do with your degree. So again, it's super important to continuously check Handshake, make sure that you're continuously updating your profile. As Lavonda and Rebecca had said, your profile is, you are more likely to get reached out to if your profile is filled out, and you are 5 times more likely to get reached out to if your profile is filled out. So when we do the demo, I am going to show you how you can fill out your profile to the best of your ability. The really cool thing about Handshake is it does provide you prompts as you are filling out that profile, but our department is also happy to assist you with filling out your profile as well. The other thing I just want to reiterate is that it's super important that you are checking Handshake consistently. Jobs are continuously being updated. Events are being updated, employers are being added in. So again, super, super important that you are checking Handshake almost on a daily basis. This is not one spot. This is not a website that you're going to log into one time and be done with it. You are going to want to continuously check in on this. The cool thing about Handshake is it's kind of like a one-stop shop. So you have all of your employers, all the events, all the job opportunities, and I will show you how to access that here in a minute. But I just wanted to also mention that in the future, we are going to be having our career coaching appointments. You are going to be able to schedule those within Handshake. That is something that's in the works right now. We'll be making an announcement when that is going to be available to our students to schedule appointments via Handshake. However, you can access our on-demand 24/7 career resources within Handshake too, and I'll be showing you where those are located when I do the demo. In addition to that, you can register for career fairs and events. And again, you're going to hear us continuously saying that it's so important to check Handshake on a continuous basis because there are so many awesome opportunities that are continuously being added into the platform.
So employers regularly host events like information sessions, career fairs, and hiring events through Handshake. We currently have over 40 active events in Handshake that are available for you to attend. So I encourage you to check events regularly as there are new ones that are added daily. You may find notifications for invites to events that Career Services has invited you to based on your major. So an example could be if an event is specifically being hosted for those who are majoring in education, a member of the Career Service team may send an invite to all students and alumni who are majoring in education. You can then open the invite and determine if it is of interest for you to register and attend. So one event that UAGC has coming up in Handshake is the Spring 2022 Virtual Career Fair. The career fair will take place on April 27th, and all in attendance today can be the first to register. There is a major benefit to students who sign up early because you will have the option to sign up for one-on-one sessions with employers. These spots are limited. So Nicole is going to show you how to access and register for the upcoming virtual career fair.
Before I go into doing the demo for Handshake, I just wanted to show the students how you can access Handshake. There are a couple different ways that you can access Handshake, both of which are in the student portal. So once you are logged into the student portal, on the left-hand side, you will go to Student Life, click on the second option, which is Career Services, and then there will be a hyperlink that you can click on that will take you to the sign-on page for Handshake. The other way that you can log on to Handshake in the student portal is under the Career Services section, kind of towards on the right-hand side. If you click on the Handshake hyperlink, that will take you to your direct sign-on as well. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to stop my share and I'm going to pull up Handshake so I can conduct the demo for you so you can kind of see what it looks like from a student's perspective. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and ask Lavonda, can you see my screen okay?
Looks great, Nicole.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so this is what Handshake looks like when you log into it. So this is the homepage. So I want to briefly go over the homepage for students. I'm going to talk about how you can access jobs, events, find employers to connect with, and then I'm also going to highlight the career resources that are also housed within Handshake as well. And in addition to that, I would like to show you how to fill out your profile and also where you go when you are getting notified for certain notifications that Handshake will provide for you. So before we get started on the homepage, I'm going to show you how to access your profile. So what you will do is you will go up here to this icon, and this is also the same spot where you will be notified on whether there are new employers that might be relevant to your profile that are added into Handshake. There are new jobs that are of interest that are in alignment with your career interests that are uploaded into Handshake. There are certain events that are added. So it's super important. Again, you're going to hear us say it over and over again, but it's so important that you are checking Handshake consistently because you will be notified when certain employers of interest, like those target employers that you're trying to connect with, are posting jobs. So highly encourage you to check Handshake consistently. So if you go here to your profile and scroll down to my profile, this is what your profile will look like. And Lavonda, just want to make sure, can you see the profile okay?
It looks great, Nicole.
Perfect, thank you. So this is what a typical student profile will look like on Handshake. I will also just like to say, as you are building out your Handshake profile, there are prompts that Handshake will provide for you to follow. So for example, I've already uploaded my resume into my profile. So everything is already populated from my resume onto my profile. This is something we highly encourage students to do. So you can use that as a foundation when building out this profile. The other really cool thing about Handshake is up at the top here, they will actually make recommendations for what you might want to add to your profile. So for example, for me, it says that I might need to add some more skills to my profile to make me a strong candidate. Again, keep in the back of your mind that the more your profile is filled out, you're 5 times more likely to get reached out to by an employer who is seeking for candidates for certain positions. So I just want to kind of scroll through and show you what a typical student profile will look like. So as you can see, it's kind of similar to a LinkedIn profile, to your resume. It has my education experience. It has some work and volunteer experience. One thing I encourage students to do as they're looking at their profile is to focus in on the left-hand side here. So this blue box actually is a really great indicator to say, hey, Nicole, you're missing some things on that profile that you might want to add in. As you can see, my profile is only 35% completed. As I toggle over these items, I don't need to add any more work experience. I don't need any more documents, but I should maybe consider adding some skills, and I should maybe consider adding in some organizations. As you continue to scroll down, one thing you might want to do as you are editing out your profile is see what it looks like from an employer's view. So you're actually able to do that with Handshake. If you click here on employer view, it will actually show you what your profile looks like from an employer's perspective. So again, as you're kind of messing around with your profile, you're polishing it up. If you want to see what it looks like from what an employer is looking at, I highly recommend you to do this. Going back to the student profile, if you scroll down, another thing that I would really be aware of are the interests questions here. So this is really where it will help it to be a targeted approach for you as students when you're looking for opportunities. Handshake provides these questions that ask, are you currently looking for a job? What type of job are you looking for? Are you looking for part-time, full-time, internship opportunities? Where are you looking to find opportunities? Are you looking on the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest? And then it will also ask you, what are some of the roles that are of interest to you? In addition to what are some of those industries that you're looking to get involved with? If you scroll down, this is where a networking component really comes into play as well. And again, another reason why it's so important to fill out that profile. It will actually populate more students and alumni from UAGC that you can actually connect with who have similar interests of you and who also have similar degrees and similar educational backgrounds. So this is something that I would highly recommend students to do and to utilize as they are building out their profile within Handshake. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to the homepage on Handshake. One thing I just wanted to briefly go over is kind of what the homepage consists of. So it is, again, like that one-stop shop. One thing that I always like to tell students is that, and you're going to hear me say this so many times, so I apologize, but continue to fill out and edit your profile as you are kind of making some changes. You know, you go through this career exploration process, and it's really important that you make sure that you're updating your profile with the different organizations that you're involved in, some of the different internships that you have done, or some of the different work opportunities that you have done. Because based off of how you fill out your profile, on your homepage, it will populate job opportunities that are relevant to what your profile is highlighting and maybe where you also want to go. So again, super important to fill out that profile. Here at the top, as you can see, it says get virtual FaceTime with employers. So this is actually what Lavonda was referring to with our virtual career fair that is happening on April 27th. In a minute, I will show you how to register for that event. But once you are registered, it will actually showcase some of the employers who are going to be in attendance to that event and how you can have one-on-one time with some of these employers as well. So as a career coach, I would encourage you to check out some of these employers so you can do some research on what they're looking for, some of the skills that they might be looking to hire on for, so that you can be best prepared for that event. And that's what Handshake is. It's a great resource to help you get prepared for your job search. As you continue to scroll down on the homepage, based off of certain jobs that you are applying to and what your profile shows, there will be recommended jobs for you on the homepage that you can actually apply to. You could actually save jobs. So we know that our UAGC students, you know, there's a lot going on. You're working full time, you have families, so maybe it's just not the right time to apply for a job while balancing school, but you want to apply for the job on the weekend. You can actually flag that job, and then you can go back to the jobs that are saved and apply for it later. And you can also do that for events as well. And then the other thing I wanted to highlight is employers, and I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on that here in a minute. But based off of your interest and where you want to go and the degree that you have and whatnot, it will also recommend certain employers that you can follow as well on the homepage. The other reason why it's so important to check Handshake consistently is that the jobs do expire on Handshake, as well as some events too. So it's very, very important to continuously check Handshake so that you're not missing out on applying to that job opportunity that you really want to apply to. From here, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to access jobs. So a really good rule of thumb when you're navigating Handshake is to really just kind of follow along this top bar here. So this icon will take you to the homepage. This notification will show you where your profile is and also where your notifications are. And if you click on jobs, it's going to take you to all the jobs that are uploaded within Handshake. And I just got kicked out, so please hold. I'm going to log back in. 1 second here. Okay, perfect. So this is where you would go to apply to job opportunities. So the cool thing about this is there are multiple filters that you can use to search for different job opportunities. So if you want, you can click on all of these filters. You can either select full-time, part-time, internship, on campus. You could filter it down by job role, the industry, employers, what your major is, employer preferences, work authorization, etc. So that's something that's really helpful as you're kind of trying to sift out some of the job opportunities that are on Handshake. One thing that I typically like to do is if you know of a job that is of interest to you, you can also just type in keywords to the search bar. So I'm going to show you how to do this, just an example. So if you just go into the search bar and let's say I want to apply to a financial analyst job, we can just type in financial analyst and it will populate the list of financial analyst positions that are uploaded within Handshake. Let's say I want to find a financial analyst job that is located in New York. If you go to the location and go to search, you can just type in New York, click on New York, show results. And these are all the roles within Handshake that are financial analyst positions that are based in New York. Now, to actually apply for a job, what you would do is you would actually click on the title. It will take you to a separate window. And from here, this is the full job description. The cool thing about Handshake is as you are looking at the job description, make sure you click on view full description and you can see kind of what the role and responsibilities would entail. What are some of the qualifications that the employer is looking for? The other thing that is really great about Handshake is once you get to the bottom of the job description, it will show if you matched some of the company's candidate preferences. So again, this is a really great tool for you to use as you're tailoring your resume, as you're tailoring your profile, your LinkedIn profile as well, on how you can best be the best fit for the position in which you're looking to apply to. So when you go to apply, all you have to do is click on apply externally, and then you will follow the prompts from here. Now, I know I had mentioned that you could also save job opportunities. So if you wanted to save a job opportunity, if I go back, you simply just click on this flag right here and it will be brought back to the home page. You could also click on saved and it will pull up the list of saved jobs that you have saved. Next, I want to show you events. So from jobs, I would encourage you to check out events. You just click on the events tab up at the top. From here, there's all these different events that you can attend and register. So since we are super excited about Virtual Career Fair, I really wanted to use this as an example today. So to actually register for an event, you simply click on the name of the event itself. So we'll click on the Spring 2022 Virtual Career Fair. One thing that's really cool is that you can actually see what the event is going to entail. So there's all the details of the event, when it's going to be. And for this particular event, it also will show you different resources that you can access to help best prepare you for this event, for having those conversations with employers. In addition to that, if you scroll down, it will show all of the employers who are currently registered for this event. So this is also a really good idea to check out, just so you have in mind who's going to be in attendance so I can best prepare for this virtual career fair. Now, to register for an event, all you do is you click on the register button. And then it will say that you're registered and you can start to view the different employer sessions. So might ask you a couple different questions as you're filling out your registration information. But one thing I did want to mention is once you are fully registered for an event within Handshake, you will get a notification via email, and you will also get a reminder 24 hours in advance before that event is taking place. Next, what I would like to show you are the employers within Handshake. So if you go up here to the top, you can just click on employers. And from here, this is the list of employers who are within Handshake. Now, if you're kind of in the beginning stages of the career exploration process, that's totally fine because Handshake's a great resource to kind of start to narrow down what industries you're interested in addition to what companies you might want to potentially work for. So this is a really great tool and resource to use as you are starting to conduct job market research and you are in that career exploration process. So the best way to navigate this is, in my experience, is using these filters here on the left-hand side. One thing I would recommend doing is, say, for example, you're interested in looking into healthcare industry in, let's say, Omaha, Nebraska. So if you just type in the location, you could type in Omaha, you can click on the name of the city, And then you can scroll down to industries and click on healthcare. And it will narrow it down to about 274 healthcare companies in Omaha that you can kind of start to connect with and follow. Now, as you can see, there are these follow buttons here on the right-hand side. So once you start following these companies, you will be notified anytime that company is posting new job opportunities, anytime that company is posting new events, and that will also be on your homepage that you can find. Another thing that you can do with this employer's resource is you can actually click on the name of a company, and each company has their own page on Handshake. So advanced medical imaging, if you click on see more, it will actually show you what the company is about, if they have job opportunities open. It will also show you students who have previously worked there. So again, this is a really great networking tool that you can use as you are conducting that job market research. Finally, what I would like to show you in the Handshake demo is the 24/7 on-demand career resources that our department has created that are up for you to use. And they are a phenomenal resource for you as you are kind of starting to navigate that job search process. So in order to access these awesome resources, what I would recommend doing is you just go up here to Career Center. You click on Career Center, and you will scroll down to Resources. And this is the resource library here. So it will pull up all the different resources that you have available. So candid career videos, and if you click on it, for example, it will take you to the link that you can then access to start to do some research with. All of our modules that we have created. So we have the resume writing module, we have the LinkedIn writing module, we have job scan, career resources at UAGC. So again, Handshake is a phenomenal resource for that one-stop shop for finding a job, for events, finding employers, career resources, and really just helping you to feel confident in your job search process. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share and get back to the PowerPoint here and stop the demo.
Awesome demo, Nicole. Thank you so much. Just want to give everyone a heads up that we do have time for questions. So if you want to drop those in the chat, or if you want to submit them in the Q&A, please do so now. We'll take about, we've got about 10 or 15 minutes to take any questions that you might have on Handshake. I know one question came through, and I don't know if everyone got a chance to see it, but you can search for remote opportunities within Handshake. Nicole showed that search bar feature in the top right for jobs. If you put in remote, several remote jobs will populate for you. We have a couple questions that have come in through the chat about how many employers are connected to UAGC at this moment. I don't know if we have that exact number. Lavonda, you want to take that question?
So currently we have over 3,000 that we are connected with since we've started. But I want to just share that they are being added every day. We have employers that we're vetting every day. So, but currently we have over 3,000 employers.
Awesome. Thank you. Someone asked, I'm an alum of Ashford University. Would that exclude me from these opportunities? Absolutely not. As an alum of Ashford University or the University of Arizona Global Campus, you do have access to Handshake. So lifetime access to Handshake. Just log into your student portal. If you forgot your password or your user ID, there is a help area in the student portal to help you with that, so you can access Handshake, and you do have lifetime services to that. One of the benefits of being an alumni. Awesome. The questions are coming in. Let's see. I'm not sure if this has been asked, but this will be my first year. Should I be involved in Handshake? Nicole, you want to take that one?
Absolutely. It's never too early to start your career exploration process. And in fact, Handshake's a really great resource for you to get that process started. So, it's a really great way for you to get connected with alumni and to help conduct informational interviews on kind of getting an idea as to where you want to take your degree. It's also a really great way to have that direct access to those career resources that we were referring to. So you can kind of start to build out your resume. You can kind of start to do that major exploration process. So it is never too early to start utilizing Handshake. In fact, the sooner the better, in my opinion.
And absolutely. And this goes into one of the questions that was posed. What is the difference between LinkedIn and Handshake? And another additional feature between LinkedIn and Handshake is events. It is never too early to attend information sessions, career management webinars, to do your job market research, to do figure out what skills are needed in the marketplace, how to really gain experience before you're ready to do your job search. So the events are something that are unique to our University of Arizona Global Campus students. We have events just exclusive to our students and alumni, and then we also have events that you can attend with other schools as well. So that's one feature. Does anyone want to speak more about the difference between LinkedIn and Handshake?
I would also just like to say, and I think I said this like a couple different times when I was going through the profile portion, but it just makes it a little bit more, Handshake's a little bit more targeted for the opportunities in which you are looking to get connected with, because they are actually filtering out some of the jobs specifically for you based off of the profile that the information you're putting in your profile, in addition to some of the other jobs that you might be applying to or have applied to or have looked at. So it is more of a targeted approach based off of you individually and what you're looking for with your career.
A question came in. Is it possible to hide your profile? I think, go ahead, Nicole.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just going to say, I don't know 100% if it's possible to hide the profile, but if you don't want to put information into the profile, you don't have to. It's not required. But again, we highly encourage you to do that.
And then, do recruiters on Handshake review student profiles?
Yes.
So yes, recruiters are on Handshake. They are actively looking for talent. And so they are looking at student profiles. And that's why Nicole has put such an emphasis on making sure that your profile is completed, because they are seeing it live as you're, as you create it and post it on Handshake. So recruiters are on Handshake. Their companies may reach out to you depending on, jobs or events that you've applied to attend. So it is an active thing that recruiters are on.
And then we did get some specific questions about the types of jobs on Handshake. For example, a question came in: how do I land a job without any experience? For example, in digital marketing, I have my MBA. So maybe Nicole, if you want to take this one, you can talk about just doing the research, what that looks like, and a shout out. You can always contact Career Services to schedule an appointment with a career advisor too.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say, if you want a more in-depth, like personalized career plan for this, I think definitely scheduling a one-on-one appointment with your assigned career advisor would be really helpful. But the other thing you can do with your profile is, if you are kind of trying to bridge the gap, you can also really get involved with different clubs and organizations, like, for example, through UAGC Connect, and highlight that on your profile on Handshake, and that could help to stand out. A lot of the times too, some of the soft skills that you have that you might be gaining from some of the classes that you're taking, making sure that you're highlighting those skills, both soft skills and technical skills, are really important to highlight on that profile, on the resume too. And then the thing is too, like making sure that you are doing that job market research. So with Handshake, for example, you can really kind of start to research some of the employers that are of interest to you, start to see maybe some of the skills and the language that they're highlighting on their profile on Handshake, and make sure you can incorporate that into your marketing materials, for your career exploration, for your career application materials. And also just seeing, connecting with alumni, connecting with other other fellow students on Handshake as well, and just kind of picking their brains about like, hey, how did you get your start in the industry, and networking. But again, putting in a shameless plug, you could always make an appointment with your career advisor as well.
We had a few questions come in about Alumni Access. You absolutely have lifetime access to Handshake. Log into your student portal and you will have those same resources available to you. You can click on Handshake. If you have any issues with your student portal, I believe there is a link right below the student portal that says need help logging in ? And you can click that. You can reset your password. Or if you're still having trouble accessing Handshake or the student portal for any reason, please reach out to us at careerservices@uagc.edu, and we'd be more than happy to help you. We want to make sure everyone has easy access to Handshake and everything that's in it. Sabrina asked, is Handshake taking the place of Vault? That's an excellent question. We still have a contract with Vault, but Vault has made some major changes in the resources that they were offering. So we're actually moving away from Vault and utilizing Handshake because it's so much more of a robust system than Vault is offering. We've also taken on working with a company called Candid Career. I think Nicole mentioned that in the demo. We have access to tons and tons of resources, similar resources that Vault had. So great career videos, whether it's about your general job search. I saw something that came out today, a video about work-life balance, or if you want to learn more about a specific career or industry, hundreds and hundreds of videos with Candid Career, which we do have a relationship with now. Great question. And we've put it in the chat a few times. If you have any questions about how to access Handshake, there are links in the chat. And then also with a copy of this recording, we will send that link as well. Just a reminder of how to access Handshake. But we hope everyone who's been in attendance tonight will take time to log in and start exploring while the information is still fresh in your mind. Nicole or Lavonda, any final thoughts as we get ready to wrap up?
I'm just gonna encourage everyone to check Handshake out, register for our virtual career fair that's going to be coming up, and go ahead and set up your profile.
And a reminder, if you do have any questions, like what Rebecca was saying, please don't hesitate to reach out to the Career Services email. If you have questions about, filling out profile or anything, we're happy to address those as well.
Awesome. Well, it looks like our time is coming to a close. Thank you so much for joining us. As a reminder, access to Handshake, log into your student portal and select Handshake. Keep an eye on Handshake and UAGC Connect for more career services events, including our upcoming virtual career fair. In a few days, you will receive a follow-up email with a link to this recording, as well as the resource to access Handshake. If you have any questions for the University of Arizona Global Campus Career Services on Handshake, your resume, cover letter, job search, please email us at careerservices@uagc.edu or log into Handshake through your student portal. Thank you again for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.